What's going on, guys? I'm back with another tutorial. In this video I'm gonna break down this guitar sample I've made. This one is really not complex, but I'm gonna go in depth with the effects I use because I think those make the difference. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Before I start breaking down the sample, I just wanna let y'all know that the final version is pitched down to semitones, so it will sound a little bit different. The first thing I started with is this guitar, which is basically an F sharp minor chord, which I played on an actual guitar, and it sounds like this. After I recorded the guitar, I sent it to a mixer track, and I used these effects, an equalizer, to cut out the low frequencies, a little bit of the highs, and boost the high mids, and noise suppression, because I wanted to get rid of the background noise with this preset, and Schweppes 73, which is like an equalizer with an preamp. I use this plugin all the time for my guitars. I use this preset, and I think I messed with these mid and high knobs to shape the sound a little bit more. An Echo Boy with this tape room preset, and another one with this delay preset, which you can find here in the guitar section. And Choral, which is basically a chorus plugin. And finally a Portal with this preset and the mix turn to 50%. After I got the main part, I recorded some counter melodies to make it more interesting, and all the counter melodies together sounds like this. The next thing I did is I routed all of them to a mixer track, and I copied the effect chain from the main guitar to this one. And how you can do that is right click on the mixer track, file, save mixer track state as, and drag it on the mixer insert that you want to copy them to. So for effects I have another EQ, and noise suppression, Schweppes again, Echo Boy with another preset, and again Echo Boy, Choral, again Portal. What I did next is I routed both mixer tracks to another one, so that I can apply some effects on the both mixer tracks at the same time. So again, how you can do that is select the mixer tracks that you want to route to another one, right click on this arrow, and you have two options, route to this track and route to this track only. The first option is good if you want, for example, apply some effects but still hear the dry signal. And the second option, which I used in my case, basically sent these inserts to another one before going to the master, and you only hear the wet signal. For example, if you want to half time some melodies before going into the master, but not using the half time of the master, so it won't affect all the melodies. That's basically what it does. And then after I routed them, I used Shaper Box with this preset and this filter to give it some movement, and compressor, this Words plugin, which I don't know exactly what it does, but in this case I used it as a texture, because if I turn the mix up, you can hear this weird sound that is coming from it, and I really like, but I basically just turned it down to like 5%. These reels to make it sound more lo-fi, so the guitars all together sounds like this. The next element are the vocals, and for effects I used again a noise suppression, an equalizer, a vocal bender for formal shifting, Schweppes again with this vocal 2 preset, and again I messed with the mid and the high knobs, an effect rack with the color vocal chain, an Echo Boy with this preset, which you can find is the vocal effects, and Shaper Box again with almost the same settings as before, plus a panning, and the micro shift. And this plugin is very good if you have an element in the sample that you want to stick out. This really does the job. So the first part of the vocal sounds like this. In the next section I basically have the same vocal but pitched up on octave, and I got again the same effects, but the difference is that I format shifted it down 800 cents this time, and I used this plugin to give it phaser effect, and both of them together sound like this. For the next section I recorded another vocals, and this time I only used a heavier delay to make them sound big, and for delay I used this Valhalla delay with this preset, and I think I turned down the mix knob and they sound like this. So at this point I didn't want to add another element to the sample because I thought it sounded like it was done, but the only thing that it was missing was some textures, and I added this only one perk loop from his Percussion Loops Volume 9 and this VHS texture from NAMI and Fiori's kit, and both of them sound like this. After I arranged the sample and got these two sections, I wanted to make another one and flip it in a certain way so it will give the drummer more variation. So I use on halftime and it sounds like this. So after that I rendered it out, and I used my effect chain, and the last thing I did is I used an equalizer to cut out these frequencies, and the final sample pitch down to semitones sounds like this. So that's it guys for this video. I hope you liked it. I hope that you learned something from it, and make sure to follow my Instagram because I'll be posting beats and samples there. And if you hear a sample, if you want me to break it down, just tell me and I'll do it. So yeah, see you in the next one.